Welcome to Get to Know Cars. I'm Chris, and today I'm going to show you my top 5 favorite features of my 2016 C7 Corvette Stingray. Number 1, and we have to talk about it since it is a Corvette video after all, but number 1 would be styling. I love the overall shape and the lines and the angles that they used on these models. I specifically like the blue on mine. It's one of my favorite colors on this generation of Corvette. Overall, this is just a cool, sleek, and fun to look at car. It turns heads and it gets compliments. This is the style that Corvettes were leading up to for the last several decades prior to 2014. And we've seen, compared to other car manufacturers, we've seen less crazy design elements as opposed to Mustang, which was kind of all over the place. But instead, Corvette just gradually evolved into this absolutely gorgeous design. Number 2 is the fact that the vents on the car are actually functional, like this hood vent that helps with engine cooling and helps with downforce because this is pushing out the air that's coming in through the front grille. We also have these side vents next to the Stingray emblem that look really good and also help with cooling. And we also have these rear quarter vents. One side feeds air to the transmission, the other side feeds air to the rear differential, and the air coming in through these comes out through vents located near the taillights. So another favorite feature of mine is the simplicity of being able to pop out the roof and easily secure it in the trunk of the vehicle, or vice versa, and being able to do either way in less than 60 seconds. It's extremely easy and efficient, and the top is very light and portable, so you don't need 2 people to do this, as I'm about to show you. So to remove the top, we will start by unlatching these levers here. There's one on each side behind each of the sun shades. And then we also have a latch right here. Push in, push that in, that releases it, and now we're ready to pop out the top. And just like that, top's out and we're ready to go cruise with the top off. So another one of my favorites would be the technology that is on the car. We have digital display and analog display, but not like you see in some cars where the analog is still very prominent and the digital is just a tiny little thing. We have a full-on screen where we can actually see our miles per hour, we can see our RPMs, we can see what drive mode we're in, and then over on the side we have our analog gauge. So it kind of serves both mindsets. If you're an analog person, it's there. If you're more digital and more hip and with the modern day vibe, that's there for you too. And I kind of like that they give you both. We also have a really nice center touch screen that offers a good variety of things. We have Bluetooth connectivity to your phone. There's USB ports in the center console so you can charge your phone. We got heated and cooled seats. There's actually, this car is loaded with technology and it's really, really cool. And we also have heads-up display, which is a really, really cool feature. And it actually surprised me that before I had this, I had a C6 just back in 2021. I did not expect a C6 Corvette, a 2008 Corvette, to have heads-up display on it, but it actually did, and it still worked. And even though it was pretty old school, it was kind of, the heads-up display was kind of like looking at an old calculator. But the bottom line is your information you needed was there, and it even did what these modern ones do, and it actually showed you the G-force as well as you were going through turns, which I thought was really, really cool. The C7 just brings it to a refreshed, more up-to-date look over the C6. So here's our center screen, which probably one of the coolest things about the screen, and you know, most people that are actually car people are already going to know this, but there is a button here where you have a hidden storage compartment in the back, which is a pretty cool feature. But if you have the top off and you do have something in here in Kentucky, we might carry some form of protection here behind the screen, as I like to do. So in the summer, if I'm driving without the top on and I want to park somewhere just shortly, and I don't want somebody to be able to reach in and push this button, you can go to your home here, and we can go into settings, and we can put this car in valet mode. You can enter a 4-digit passcode, which will lock this center screen from being able to open, and it will also lock the glove compartment so nobody can get into that either. Now, if you don't have valet mode enabled and somebody were to reach in while the car was locked and push this button, it will set off the car alarm, but it will still open the screen so they could still get away with your stuff, car alarm or not. So the valet mode is actually a really cool option. Another really cool item on the car, some of them have it, some of them don't. It's your PDR menu here. This is where you can use the cameras on the front of the car to actually record laps that you do. If you go out for a track day or something like that, you can record your actual lap and your time and all that, but be able to physically see the road and the lap that you did. You can go into here and you can put in a setting to automatically record when in valet mode. So if you do have it in valet mode, whether you're taking it to the dealership or you're having someone valet park your car, you can go back and watch that footage right here on the screen to see how your car was driven. Unfortunately, valet mode does not offer any sort of restrictions on speed, which I think would be pretty cool if it did limit it. Then you would know that someone couldn't go out and drive your car aggressively. But at least this way you can see how it was actually driven, and you can prove it to the establishment where you had your car serviced or valet parked, and you can show them, hey, somebody got rough with my car, I want something done about this. So another great thing with this car is the handling. I think the steering is as firm as you need it to be. You're in a car that's low to the ground, has a good amount of width to it, and you have wide tires. So as long as you're not going out and doing anything completely crazy and trying to just think that the car can magically do corners doing 120 miles an hour, then you're probably going to be okay. You know, just remember that you do have brakes. You can use them. You should use them. Just use your head when you're driving. Be smart about it. Don't go risk your own life just to have a little bit of fun. It's not worth it. Certainly don't go risk the lives of other drivers on the road, because you never know. There could be kids in a car or something like that. You come over a hill, around a corner, and run smack dab into them. It happens every day. Just don't be one of those people. Just be smart when you're driving. But the car can handle its own on roads like that as long as you can control yourself to be smart about it. Thanks for spending some time with me today here at Get to Know Cars and learning some of my 5 favorite features of my 2016 C7 Corvette Stingray. Until next time, stay safe, have fun, and put the pedal down.